I'm Patrick Bailey with IQList. Today is May 30th, 2022, and in this video I'm going to go over the Trex stand I recently put up on Printables. Okay, let's show some URLs and talk through this. So, the original, the granddaddy of them all, the Trex skull on Thingiverse by MakerBot. One of the best, most popular 3D prints out there. It's great, it's brilliant, I love it, it's great for science, great for all kinds of stuff, and it does have this little stand. But the stand, I don't like it in particular because it's got a little cylinder and it doesn't really lock in. It's old. It's okay. But one reason I just wanted to make a better stand and do something else, and also make better options for other people who want to make some other stands. So one thing I've done. Let's show the URL. So that's the original guy out on Thingiverse. Here is what I'm going to show off: the Trex skull threaded with stand, and it has everything in here. It has the Trex skull, the stand, the plate, so everything's in here all in one, good to go. Another thing you may be interested in, I did a video on this, and it's out here. I think the video, oh, there it is. So this is the Trex skull custom plaque. So this is just the plaque, and I have a video showing you how you can customize it so you can make some different, even funny plaques. But I have the generic Tyrannosaurus Rex with this one, but if you want to do some strange ones or some different ones, you can go check this out and change it and make it whatever you want, because it is swappable. Then this is just the Trex threaded. So the idea is if you're going to want to make your own stand or make something different, there's a thread on this guy, and you can use that thread to attach to all kinds of stuff, and I think it'll work pretty well. And then here is one that is just without a thread. If you just want to do a Trex skull that just has a little nub there, no holes, no nothing, it's out there too. So circling back to the Trex skull with threaded with stand, just to walk through it a little bit, if you want to download this and print it out, there are, we got 8 different things here. So, and I put them in order. So number 1, there's just the Trex skull that has the threads, the lower jaw, the stand itself, the rod for that holds it up, which is threaded. Now number 5, there's a locking nut. So I kind of meant this to be a locking nut or a spacer, and it turns out you really don't need it. So your mileage may vary, but I put it out there. It's a very, very thin nut. Just that you could use as a spacer or could use a locking nut. I didn't need to use it all, so it's just kind of there. You may not need it. Then there's the bolt that holds it from the underneath, and the 2 bolts for the sign, and the Trex plaque. So all in all, if you cut that piece out, there's 7 things to print. And we'll go over all the details on that in a minute. But there she is, and now let's actually go show it, kind of assemble it, show you how it goes together, and then we'll go over all the details. Okay, so I got all the pieces disassembled here, so we'll kind of assemble it all and show how it goes. So we'll kind of start with, we'll start with the jaw here. So here's, the skull. So here's the skull. We have the threaded end here. And so we just kind of take this guy and we thread him in. And get him snug, and there you go. Now you got him, he's on a stick. And the idea, one of the ideas I had with that spacer is I might need that to turn this a little bit more, because here is the stand, and the stand, we got a place for that right there. We've got the 2 places here to attach the plaque, and underneath we're going to attach that underneath, if you can see that. There we go. So the idea is we have a hexagon here, so I want to get him straight, and where it is right now, you can kind of get them pretty straight and still be snug. So it seems to work okay for what I have right now. So you get that in, then we have our bolt here. So our bolt goes in the bottom, and this happens to be, 15 millimeter. So if you need to get a socket wrench to help you out, you can just do that. And of course this is plastic, so you just need to get it snug. If you get it too tight, you're gonna, rip the threads out, because it's not that tough. There we go. So now we got that on. Then we have our plaque, and like I showed, you can make all those custom plaques if you want. And this way you can make custom plaques. You can swap them out. So all you gotta do is stick these threads in there, and kind of get those. Same idea. Get them snug. They're 15 millimeters too. And then we can just attach the lower jaw, so we can take that back in there. Let me see if I can show that really well. And then you have these hookups back here, and Kind of has a little bit of pressure. There we go. There we go. And there you got your T-Rex. So get them lined up. And there you are. So there he is in all his glory. Okay, with that, let's go over the numbers. Okay, so let's go over all the details. So I'll just put up the details here for the entire print, but I'll kind of talk through some of the times of the subparts. So the threaded skull, part 1, 19 hours and 7 minutes to print that. The jaw, part 2, 7 hours and 9 minutes to print that part. Part 3, the stand, this one takes a while, 16 hours and 31 minutes. Part 4, the rod, 3 hours and 31 minutes. Now part 5, I typically skip that. That's the little spacer nut. You don't need to do that one, I don't think, at least in my case. Part 6 and 7, the bolts, kind of did them together, 53 minutes. And part 8, the plaque, 2 hours and 23 minutes. So all in, I've already put it up here. It's 2 days, 1 hour, and 35 minutes to print this, and it took 45.6 cents electricity, and it weighs 0.408 kilograms, and at $20 per kilogram, comes out to $8.16. So all in, $8.62. So you can get this done 2.5 days. There'll be some time in between. Let's just call it 3 days. For under $10. So for under $10, pretty cool. I think I like it. Well, I do like it. I like it a lot. So we're going to bring a couple of these to the show, see how well they sell, see how people like them. And we may, the nice thing, since the plaque does not take that long to do, we may actually offer at the show some sub time to actually do some custom plaques. If someone wants to put a personalized one, it only takes a couple hours to do a plaque, so we may offer that and see if people like that. But we're not going to have all that many. I'll probably have 3, 4, at most 5 of these to bring to the show to see how they sell. If they sell well, I guess next time we'll bring more. But there's that. So there's this new plaque, new T-Rex threaded stand kind of thing. But also, because I put a thread in here, it's kind of available for anyone else out there to kind of copy that thread and make your own stand. There's a lot of other kind of cool stands I think can be put out there. This is one, and I'm sure there can be many more now that we have a thread in there. It makes it a lot more convenient. So with that, let's wrap this up. So with a reminder that 3D printing is an engineering adventure that you're on. You can develop your skills and knowledge, and you can take this in so many ways. You can make a business out of this. You can teach others, and you can make some amazing designs. So design it, engineer it. I'm officially back home from my vacation. I have my APC UPS power supply hooked up to both my 3D printers, and so far, no events recorded. I don't know how long it's going to be till it actually gets used, but I'm glad I got it. It gives me peace of mind.